Here's how ultra-rich people hide their money. Private safes. This is the most common and accessible method for those wishing to conceal physical assets. This is generally done in Switzerland, Singapore, or Dubai. The first step is to create a holding company, which is essentially a parent company that holds shares in several smaller companies, creating a complex and opaque structure to obscure the traceability of assets. The Cook Islands, the British Virgin Islands, and Panama are popular jurisdictions for setting up holding companies. The second stage involves opening a private safe deposit box in Switzerland, Singapore, or Dubai in the name of the holding company. These private safes can be used to store various material assets that are difficult to trace, such as cash, gold bars, valuable works of art, luxury watches, or even diamonds. We must admit that it's somewhat of a survivalist method. It's often the last resort for someone caught by the tax authorities who wants to hide their physical assets. Trusts and tax havens. The idea of a tax haven is hiding one's assets by not owning them to avoid paying taxes. The first step is for the person to create a shell company, which is a completely fictitious company where they place real estate or investments. Afterward, the individual signs what we call a trust. This crucial legal act formally enables the transfer of management and ownership of assets. These are then given to a trustee, either a reliable individual or a specifically designated organization. As a result, the assets are no longer in the name of the person seeking to conceal their money, enabling them to evade taxes. Among the most famous of them are the British Virgin Islands and the Cayman Islands, as are countries like Monaco, Singapore, and Switzerland. Golden passports. This is a much simpler technique, mainly used by the ultra-rich. It involves acquiring a new passport and a second citizenship in a country offering tax advantages. And no, this isn't for enjoying the country, but for hiding one's money. Having a second identity helps one evade authorities' radar, which is ideal for exchanging banking information internationally and opening accounts abroad without attracting attention. Some nations have even turned this system into a lucrative business. For example, in St. Lucia, you can obtain a passport by either paying $100,000 to the state or investing $200,000 in real estate over 3 to 5 years. Now let's focus on those who have so much money, they share it with others. Foundations. We often hear about the charitable deeds of billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg and Bill and Melinda Gates. While they present themselves as perfect philanthropists, it's also an excellent tax arrangement. By setting up a foundation, they can include family members, business partners, or anyone else they want to support. Through this foundation, they can pay them a salary, dividends, or even a year-end bonus. The ultra-rich can manage the money in the foundation as long as they make donations to associations. This is interesting for two reasons. A foundation is considered to be in the public interest and never dies, but also because it allows the ultra-rich to pass their money to their children without being taxed. Finally, for the wealthiest individuals who find the above methods too complicated, there are family offices. These private structures were created in 19th century America by great families like the Rockefellers, who needed an in-house team of professionals to manage their family wealth. Since then, these family offices have multiplied, with offices worldwide in cities like London, Geneva, Hong Kong, and Singapore, managing the assets of one or more ultra-rich families. This is interesting because management is delegated and regulated, meaning that family members can't do whatever they like with the family assets. Additionally, as with a foundation, this wealth can be passed to one's children without being taxed, as it is already in the family office. Overall, whether abroad, in safes, or within the family, the rich are becoming increasingly ingenious in protecting their money.